Quite a lot of funny things are happening in the nation of Zimbabwe. We don't know what to call this, whether it is just irony or it's a message or God is saying something. I don't know. But things that are really happening are quite very, very funny. Especially the timing part of it. I'm interested in the timing. Well, if this thing would have happened any other time, well, we could say, no, it's fine, it's okay. But the timing itself is just very, very funny. Irony as baboons tear down Zimbabwe flag when Mukanya fights for Zimbabwe. What is happening here? Is this a sign? Is this some message that is coming from God? I don't know. I don't know whether this is a message to Mnangagwa or Gananda or what. Why now at a time and a point such as where we are right now, when actually there's so much intrigue right inside ZANU-PF. We are seeing that this video made people very, very happy because people started talking about it and saying, but what's it? What is it about it that baboons can just start jumping on the Zimbabwean flag and tearing it apart? And this is just some message, I think, that is coming from somewhere. I don't know. I don't want to say it from heaven, but it's just some message somehow, probably, that is coming, which is just explaining that something is moving, something is shifting, and something is changing. So it's quite a big irony. And a lot of people really were laughing their lungs out looking at the video. I'm just going to show you the video of what the baboons did. And why you'd ask yourself and say, what is this? So someone is saying here, the baboons are seen at government institution tearing a Zimbabwe flag. This comes superstitious as the struggle to succeed President ED reaches a certain level. VP Chiwenga, whose totem is Gudo or baboons, is battling with Dr. Tagure of Gumbo, Majgira totem, right? So this is the video of what happened there.
Makuda aziramba wa. Takwira futhi, abvarwa. Koda rekeni apa.
I don't know. I don't know what you call this family. Is this some kind of a message or something? I don't know. But it's quite very, very, very interesting, especially when we are looking at what is happening in the nation right now. Baboons from Norway, they want to pull down the Zimbabwean flag. We've been saying this over and over, and even mentioning that this flag itself is also having quite a lot of occultism on it. You still remember the other day that we were talking about the issues of colors and some of the signs that are there and so on and so forth. But quite interesting. Who wants to pull the Zimbabwean flag down? Is it Mukanya? Is it Mukanya, the Mukanyas that we saw on top of that building? Or is it Mukanya Chiwenga? I don't know. But definitely someone wants this country to be put down and restarted, right? I think Zimbabwe needs to be re-kicked, restarted. Where if Zimbabwe was a key, we were going to switch. We had a key. We're going to switch it off and then start it afresh. Because no, things are not right. Things are definitely not right. So we have seen the developments that are happening in the ZANU-PF conference. We saw a lot of pictures and of course Varakashi celebrating, making noises about it. The preparations are at advanced level of the ZANU-PF conference. So the conference is still on. They are not bowing down. They are not backing down to their conference. They want to go on. I think tomorrow, if I'm still right, they are supposed to meet for a political meeting, and then from there, the conference, ZANU-PF conference starts. But one thing that is so significant about this conference, of course, is what we talked about last time when we were saying that how is it going to be when we see the Harare on fire and then the Million Men March at the same time, Mnangagwa and the rest of them are supposed to be in Mutare. How are things going to work out there? Are they really just going to be, concentrating on their conference while there's a lot of activity happening in Harare? So I don't know. We are just praying that this time around, maybe the people of Zimbabwe may try to come out, because this is the prayer, really. This is the prayer that we wish that, especially the young generation, the younger people, if they could just heed the call and exercise their constitutional right. This is what we are talking about. It's all about constitutional right. It's not about violence. Nobody must be violent. We don't want to see violence. We just want to see people expressing their views. People expressing their disappointment by the Mnangagwa regime. And this is a message, a clear one, that just must be sent, so that they know that what they are doing to our country and the idea of the 2030 disrespect of the constitution, destroying the rule of law in the nation, is what people don't want to hear. But well, let's keep watching and seeing if they are going to succeed, because the upcoming conference is really going to give us a real direction of how things are going to go from there and onwards. So we are intercessors, and we keep praying that let everything just happen is according to the will of God. What God has planned for Zimbabwe is what we are praying for, not anything else. The plans of God should just go exactly in the right direction and not any other. I know, Mama Agnes, it's the signal. Is it a signal? I don't know. But it's quite very funny. I still remember during the elections, was it 2023 elections, when God started just jumping on Mnangagwa's posters that were on the wall, and the gods were tearing those posters, and there are people were saying, no, it's done already. The election is done already. I don't know, but definitely this is very ironic, very, very ironic. Of course, we are not superstitious people, but it's not just normal, right? Whatever that is happening there. I know, Mama Evelyn, God speaks in so many ways. Amen. I refused to say it's a message from heaven, but I don't know. And these are greetings, Apostle and family. How are you doing? How are you doing? Baba Mgwenya, Linjani Baba Mgwenya. Thank you so much for being here. Andina kukupira signal yakapenga. Aiwa ihombe. Andi makudu afra hombe. Right. And this one, my sister, good evening. Chatufa and champions. Maswera say, how has been your day? We are just doing good. We are just doing good. We are watching. Ayisikangela indaba le ukuthi sibone ukuthi iphela njani indaba yama channel ukuthi izaphetha ngani, but silokho sikhangele sibone ukuthi uhamba njani. But it seems like into le ingani iyenzakala these days almost like a cool. But we believe God, of course, for his grace and his favor upon us, and we continue to stand. Like I said, ukuthi i-channel entsha isikhona, ngalinika lebizo langikhona, isikhona ithiwa yona Freedom Gospel with Chatufa. The channel new one iri kuuya inonzi Freedom Gospel with Chatufa. Freedom Gospel with Chatufa. But I'm not giving you any link or anything, because apana chat cha post kwa pairi so far. Apana chat cha iskwa pairi. It's just new, just opened. Out timbo post out 2-3 videos, and then maybe later on inenge yakutanga kuwa visible. Right now, inenge chitonetsa kuiwana, especially if pasina anything that has been posted on it yet. So katesi ingani iyahlupa ukuthi ingabonakala. But we want to make sure that we campaign for that platform once it is available. Siza campaign sibili ukuthi abantu baye khona, baye kusubscribe, baye kutintin, and then we can start running once again, because we need to beat the devil in his game. To now beat Satan game rake, and we are able to do that because we are children of light, and we defeat darkness, all systems out. And Mama Ethel, good evening, family Mwari. Definitely, I think there is a strong message here that is coming from nature. That must be a message to Skananda and Mnangagwa. But do they ever listen? They don't. Plus, they take things for granted. I was talking to somebody in the afternoon. You see, these people, they do take things for granted at times. They just think everything that just happened is just normal, and so on and so forth. But everything, it's not everything that is just as normal, like what they might think. Things might turn around and become very ugly for them at any time. And they should not also underestimate General Chwenga and say, he's weak, he's a walkover, like what many people are saying out there. But you may be surprised by the sudden turn of events. And, let's always remember the season. This is the season that God has declared as the season to the end. So we really need to be watching out and seeing what exactly is happening. But with God being God, we know that definitely a lot is going to happen, and his word, of course, shall come to pass over the nation of Zimbabwe. Let's keep believing and let's keep standing. We meet in the upcoming show. Bless you and shalom.